of people don't even know you can come and do this little quick run through. Still one dude that's busted. I don't know if you get an achievement if you kill them all, but one dude you can't. Yeah, Frankie Bones. Usually it doesn't work. Hatchet Jim. Bring it on, homie. I think I just found Hurricane and List, but I didn't really... Yeah, I didn't really even use that amp much. Why do I hear apes? Why the hell do I hear apes? Am I going nuts? I'm going nuts. Alright, Antonio the Bull. I think this same song has been playing the entire time I've been on Rocktropia, but I can't be sure. For today, anyway. Come on, Antonio. Yay. Nice little chunk. That was Antonio. Scarface Slim. Okay, I'm going nuts then. Joe didn't hear apes, there's no apes. Yeah, these guys are kind of chunky. I think 3,000 or so, or 6,500 hit points for this dude. Well, this is why it's usually a pretty fun little match to run, because, I don't know, they can hit some pretty decent ones. I've got a few Hoffs in here. This Prince Royal dude, he'll Hoff for us. Thank you. Got a gun in there, I think. Nothing special. Yeah, I like running these. It's a nice little break up from grinding. Like I said, sometimes they get hit pretty big, so I don't remember the biggest one I hit. 600 or maybe even over 1,000. But generally, the old rule of thumb, or the old formula, is it had a lot more numbers, but I condensed it down to basically it's you take stamina times 320. So what is that? and that's your max loot. So this dude theoretically could get 217,000 ped. Chances of that are slim to none, but that's the theory. And that, I don't know where, I found that formula on the forums, the original one, like 10 years ago. And I went through the Entropia Life, looked for all of them to see if there were any all-time highs or anything that fit outside of that, and there weren't any. So that's kind of what my general rule of thumb is for the figuring out max loot. And at least the formula that I use on my website that tells you all, if you look up creatures, will tell you all the max loot for each maturity. Papa Doc. Let me see if I can get. There's a link for you. But you can look at the creatures, and I've got like a little formula that it's kind of a work in progress because I learned how to program basically on that website. But in there somewhere you can find all the max loot if you cared enough. And then I've got all kinds of other things on there, like if Wiki's ever down, it's not as good. I need to redo it one day. Tony Toretto. Nick the Vic. Why is Nick the Vic not working? Did we kill Nick the Vic? No. No Nick the Vic. That's a bummer. Whoa, what's up? I'm lagging. Yeah, you gotta be lagging. There we go, Nick the Vic. Yeah, this dude's chunky too, I think 6,500. This Vato wearing his ND gang colors. Picture of his girlfriend on his arm. Hey, that's the same stripper at the auction house. That stripper's his girlfriend. Brian. This dude's got no tats. He's got a belief system. Dude's got morals. He's got standards. Can't ruin his skin with tats. Ponyboy Pete. The gayest one in here, I think. Not that that's a bad thing, but he's a pony boy. Even though he doesn't even have a ponytail. Probably listening to NSYNC. Boys to Men. That was a wonderful band. Bob. I'm actually a little disappointed I actually remembered Boys to Men. I think I was supposed to have that deeply rooted in memory that I couldn't get back to, but back to therapy, I think. Do it, Bob. No, Bob. This is probably the most clever name, I think, that they've come up with on all these dudes. I like this one a lot. I wonder whatever happened to that dude, Wesley Snipes. Actually, I don't really want to know. Probably doing some B movie somewhere. Patrice for real. And you can actually kill all these. I think it's like. I think there's a bunch of them over here. In Manhattan or Zomhattan. Somewhere around here, I think, is where you could find spawns of these dudes in the normal world. Opie. Yeah, they get bigger. I think these are the biggest ones over on this end. It's like level 68 dude. No, level 73. $8,000 hit points. See if Dopey's got some dope. I don't understand what the trend is with gray hair on all these young dudes. Maybe he's not so young. Maybe he's just a really fit old guy who wants to be in a gang. I think it's kind of a shame that they don't use actually weapons that you can loot. Got that, a crowbar, and a couple other weapons that might be fun. Alright, last one. I think we did pretty well on these though. We'll go do the proxy. Brooker. Yeah, see, I didn't even break that 300 ped. Was it 366? So yeah, about 300 ped in ammo to run all these. Some shakers. I'll take this. Yeah, I think those stopped dropping a while ago, and now they're dropping again. Sweet. So we had what, 300 in ammo, or 360. So that puts us at 410 back. I don't know that we didn't decay that much, so. This is 34. So slightly made a little tiny profit. Now, like I said, I don't know. I think you could run it once a day. Something like that. But it takes a little Rocktropia coins.